Have you ever been judged just because of how you look or where you come from? Imagine walking into a room full of laughter and realizing you are the reason they're laughing. But what happens when the tables turn? Stay with me till the end of this story, because what happened that day shocked everyone and might just change how you see people forever. Before we begin, don't forget to hit subscribe to Skin Deep Stories, where we share real, powerful stories that touch the heart and open the mind. Now, let's get into today's story. Her name was Nia, a quiet, dark-skinned girl who had just transferred to one of the most prestigious private schools in town. Her uniform was clean but old, her backpack a little torn on one side, and when she walked into the classroom, the laughter started. Look at her shoes, one girl whispered. She smells poor. Another boy snickered. Nia sat in silence. She didn't cry. She just looked out the window, holding her little notebook, the same one she'd used for 2 years. She knew what they thought of her, but she also knew something they didn't. A week later, the teacher announced, "Tomorrow is Parents' Career Day. Everyone, tell your parents to come and talk about what they do." The class buzzed with excitement. Liam's mom was a lawyer, Sophia's dad was a pilot, and when they turned to Nia, one of the kids laughed. "What will your dad come as? A cleaner?" The class burst into giggles. Nia lowered her head and whispered, "He'll come, if he can." The next morning, the classroom looked like a fashion show. Shiny cars parked outside, suits everywhere, and loud voices filling the air. One by one, parents stood to speak: lawyer, banker, engineer. Then, the teacher called, "Next." Nia's father. Everyone looked around, but the door was empty. Whispers started again. "I knew it," one boy muttered. "Her dad's probably too embarrassed to show up." But just then the classroom door opened, and in walked a tall black man, wearing a construction uniform covered in dust. The room went silent. Nia's face lit up. The man smiled warmly, walked to the front and said, "Good morning, everyone. My name is David. I'm a construction worker, and I helped build this very school you're sitting in." The class gasped. He continued, "When you see people like me, dirty boots, rough hands, don't laugh, because the buildings you sit in, the bridges you cross, the homes you live in, they all start with people like us." The teacher's eyes welled up with tears. Even the kids who mocked Nia couldn't look him in the eye. After he finished, everyone clapped louder than for anyone else that day. And Nia? She stood tall beside her father, beaming with pride. But here's the twist. The following week, the school board announced a major construction project and the company they hired for it. David's company. He wasn't just a construction worker. He was the owner, a man who started from nothing and built everything with his own hands. The same kids who mocked Nia's shoes now waved at her every morning. People often forget greatness doesn't always wear a suit. Sometimes, it wears dusty boots and a humble smile. What did you feel when Nia's father walked into that classroom? Would you have laughed at her too, or stood by her side? Share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing your take. And don't forget to subscribe to Skin Deep Stories for more real, emotional stories that remind us of what truly matters: humanity, kindness, and heart.